What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Endgame Thursday night. That means we got NFL football tonight. Cowboys and the Seahawks should be a good one. We'll talk about that game a little bit and preview it. Oh, I mean, it can't possibly be worse than Monday night, can it?
No, and it's not the Jets, so at least we're not getting the Jets. That's a plus. And yeah, it's not that Monday night game awful. At least if nothing else, we'll get some offensive firepower from the Cowboys probably.
Yeah, and we do have some players in play. So if you want to know, which guys you want to start, which guys you don't, Zach Charbonnet, is he worth it or too risky? Well, we'll help you answer those questions. And, of course, get your start sit questions ready for the weekend. And maybe some of you out there still trading, waiver wire, whatever it is. So we'll be here to help you up until kickoff pretty much. So jump in there, put your comments, your questions in the chat. If you do a super chat, we absolutely 100% guarantee we will answer all of those. And then we'll do as many of the others as we can as well. But, time limits sometimes constrain us. We can't get to them all. So just at the very least, we guarantee we'll do those. So, let's start with tonight. I mean, you have the feeling, I mean, we know Cowboys have been much better lately. I mean, do you feel like it's going to get out of hand, an easy Cowboy victory?
Yeah, especially with them being at home. Hard to imagine the Seahawks, going toe-to-toe with the Cowboys. And the other thing is, you say, well, it's Thursday night. Weird things happen on Thursday night. But remember, these teams played last Thursday, so it's basically been a full week, right? It's not like they just played on Sunday and it's a short week. It's like, no, they've actually had a full week off. So, yeah, the Cowboys at home. I would be shocked if the Seahawks, kept it close.
Yeah, Cowboys at home. I mean, they've been rolling, but also when we last saw the Seahawks, they were getting blown out basically by San Francisco. Now, of course, San Francisco blew out Dallas, so I don't know if the transitive property works here or not, but it doesn't matter. Dallas is a better team. The big question here, Geno Smith, is he going to continue to look as bad as he has? Is he going to look worse because of this defense on the road? Do you think he redeems himself?
Well, I mean, he might redeem himself because that was pretty bad last time we saw him, but I don't think. Yeah, I feel like this is the cautionary tale of QB bad for many, 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 many years. Suddenly, out of nowhere, looks good for a relatively brief period of time, and then people, organizations, saying, "Hey, he's good." Suddenly. And then it's like, well, maybe not. Maybe he just guys get hot sometimes, right? In everything in life, we all do. We get hot sometimes. We get cold, but at the end of the day, law of averages. You are who you are. I think we're just seeing Geno Smith. Remember when he was on the Jets, right? There was a reason why he didn't start an NFL game for however many years. I think we're just seeing Geno Smith. This is who he is.
I mean, it's been all year. He's been this way. He put up big yardage against Washington, which everybody except for Mac Jones does. And the thing is, it almost reminds me of, again, we don't know what's going to happen the rest of this year, next year, whatever, but a little shades of Ryan Fitzpatrick, right? Who was never a starter, just a guy. And then he came on and, at the end of his career later on, all of a sudden it's like, oh, what? He's throwing for 300 yards every game. It's like, where did that come from? Now, it's a little different because Geno was actually drafted high and Fitzpatrick went to Harvard or whatever. But, you know what I mean? Similar kind of thing where a guy just kind of out of nowhere looks like legit. But then we see more like, oh, wait, there's the interceptions. Oh, wait, now you're not that great anymore. So
exactly.
But Seattle, they invested in him, so he's definitely the guy this year. We'll see about next year. I think he will still be the guy. We'll see if he's any good next year. So I know we're going to get a lot of questions about Zach Charbonnet tonight.
Yes.
We've been kind of saying the same thing, which is borderline startable.
Exactly. I don't think he's the worst option this week. We know he's going to get pretty much all the touches. He'll catch some passes. It's not as tough of a matchup as last week. It's certainly not a great matchup. It's still a tough one, but I mean, at least it's not the 49ers. He could always score. I don't know. Yeah, he's startable. I guess is the perfect word. Startable.
He really is it depends. It depends who else
Right.
you got there. So in PPR, I mean, look, he does catch passes. He's going to get most, if not all of the touches there. So that alone, the volume gives him some upside, but you just can't feel great about him against or anybody against this Dallas Cowboys offense, I think. So we'll see about that. And then on the Dallas side, what about Tony Pollard? Not a smash spot like, he's had the last 2 weeks, but not a bad spot either.
Yeah, one thing about Seattle, early in the year, they were a tough run defense. And now late in the year, they've been terrible against the run. I don't know. Maybe they've had injuries. I haven't really followed it close enough to know. Maybe they've had some key injuries on defense, on that interior line, maybe in the linebacker core. I don't know. But whatever it is, they've been really bad recently against the run. But you can never get too excited about Tony Pollard because even in those smash matchups he's had the last 2 weeks, even though he did come through, he's still not getting a ton of carries. This is just look, I said it. I've been saying it for weeks and weeks, and now people are catching on. I said, look, they made a change. This coaching staff flipped the script and said, okay, we're done with this. We are just going to throw, and throw some more, and that is going to be our identity, and it's working, and it's not going to stop tonight. It's not going to stop tonight, but it's still a very good matchup for Tony Pollard, even if he only gets, say 14, 15 carries and a few catches against this defense. That's enough.
Should be enough, yeah. I mean, there's not that many running backs really who are getting more carries of his than his. And, Dallas is just not a run-heavy team, like basically what you're saying here. But he's still getting most of the run. Like, Rico's still there. Yeah, respect Rico. Right. But it's pretty much all Tony Pollard. This offense, like, as long as they're scoring points, which they're scoring a lot, he has upside, and it's not a bad matchup. So I would say I got to feel much better about him than Charbonnet, even though the total touches could be equal. The team offenses are not equal. So, all right, we're going to get to your questions because we already got some lined up. Don't want to wait too long because some of them we might need to get to before kickoff tonight. We'll try to prioritize those as well. But I do have to let you know that you can still take advantage of the new customer special for tonight. Dak Prescott going higher than 0.5 total yards. Dak just gets one. You win that pick, combine it with another pick, triple your money. Now, in order to get this special, you have to be a new customer to Underdog. So just sign up. You can click the link down there below in the description. Just download the app. Make sure you use promo code ENDGAME because it gets you that special, but also your deposit match. Full 100% match, dollar for dollar, up to $100. So make sure you take advantage while you can. Dak Prescott, just 1 yard. That's it. And not the first, but you know what? I think this is a good way to start here. Charbonnet question. Eddie H. Charbonnet or Brees?
I think you still got to go Brees. I mean, we know he's going to get all the run. He's going to get lots of dump offs. He can always rip off a long run. Gets the Falcons, which isn't, they're not like a pushover defense, but they're not the Cowboys. So I think you still got to prefer Brees. Yeah,
again, the upside for Charbonnet just isn't great. It's just not great. And at least Brees is getting, some receptions, like you said. So Brees, I think it's going to have to be reluctantly. First comment here was Skibbity. One at tight end, Laporta, McBride, or Njoku?
I think you got to just roll with Laporta. I know it's not a good matchup for Laporta at all against the Saints, one of the toughest against tight ends, but I mean, he's been so good all year long, pretty much. I would have a really hard time benching Laporta. McBride, great too, and like people were worried about Zach Ertz. You don't have to worry about that anymore. They released him, so you don't have to worry about whatever Zach Ertz was going to do. But man, it would just be very hard for me not to have Laporta in my lineup. So even though I really like Laporta and McBride, maybe McBride outscores him, but I don't know if I can bench Laporta right now.
And I saw, again, it's not Friday, so take it all still with a grain of salt, but McBride was out of practice. Was it just 1 or 2 days this week?
Well, they listed him as limited today. So, but look, I'm not even worried about that. We saw Hollywood Brown didn't practice all last week, and then he went out there and had 6 catches for 80 yards. So I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah, well, I was worried because he also missed practice today, I think. But then I was like, well, that happened last week. Probably just rest for the heel. McBride is a new one, I think, but I would go Laporta anyways. So there you go. Sub Elmer out. Elmer's always with us. Elmer Sanchez. Tough situation. Olave, DK, Hollywood. Higgins, who reportedly now is going to play. I didn't think that was like headline news, so we didn't really talk about that. Curtis
Right.
Samuel. Would you pull out DK playing tonight for Hollywood or hold it out for Olave?
Did Olave practice again today?
Or no?
Let me see. Yeah, he
again,
practiced again. I mean,
Yeah,
he said
he
he practiced
practiced.
again today. That's usually a good sign. Usually these guys in the concussion protocol, if they're not close to clearing, they're not even out there practicing yet.
Right.
And look, I'm not feeling a big DK Metcalf game tonight. Maybe he scores, right? Maybe he gets like a garbage time touchdown or scores a touchdown, but I'm not feeling a big DK game. Like, I would rather just roll with Hollywood, hope Olave plays, and then if Olave doesn't play, I'm fine just playing Curtis Samuel this week. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if DK Metcalf's going to significantly outscore Curtis Samuel, to be honest.
No, I mean, he not counting Higgins. I'm just not playing Higgins. I don't care if he plays. But not counting Higgins, DK might be the guy I feel the least confident about out of these guys. So I like Hollywood, again, assuming he's all good with the heel. And I like Olave both. So yeah, I'm not starting DK. Jay Hughes got the membership, but also super chat anyways. All right. One more time, because Kupp did practice. Are you still benching him? For Puka, Metcalf, we don't love, a QB-less Chase, and Downs.
Yep, I still am. I mean, like, it's not even like the health. I mean, that's a big part of it, but this isn't the Cooper Kupp that just gets all the targets anymore. So, yeah, I don't see any reason not to. Like, look, if he goes out there and puts up a good game, okay, fine. But we're not seeing Kupp from 2021. Well, I mean, we're certainly not seeing Kupp from 2021, but we're not even seeing Kupp from 2022 before the injury. We're seeing like, I don't know what we're seeing. So yeah, I really like. I feel good enough about these guys, even though I'm not very high on DK. I still feel better about him than Kupp. At least DK could score. Yeah, I'm still rolling with these guys over Kupp.
Yeah, that's the thing. Jay, it's not just the injury. That's not it. It's 3, what was it? 4 things. It's the matchup. It's the lack of targets. It's several things. So it's not like with Achane, like Devon Achane, and again, not making an apples to apples comparison between Cooper Kupp and Devon Achane. But like with Achane, the only reason, to be worried about him is because we just don't know if he's fully healthy, if he's going to stay healthy, if he's going to get, touches this week. That's not the only concern with Kupp. So, yeah, you can still sit him. And I know. So on his bench, look at this team. That's his bench this week.
Man. Well, I mean, some of those guys are on bye, but yeah. Look, you get JJ back next week. Maybe Kupp looks close, like to his old self. JT hopefully back week 15, and then you're rolling. Hopefully.
Right. Hopefully. Morgan, pick 2 receivers, 2 running backs of flex. Ayuk, Dell, Kupp, Thielen, Achane, Warren, Javonte, and Kyron.
All right, a wide receiver, I'm going Ayuk and Dell. At running back, I'm going Kyron and Warren. And then I guess at flex is PPR. Does it say?
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say, but man, I guess I gotta go Thielen. Oh man, Thielen is like on the razor edge of me never ever recommending Thielen again. Like the fact that I've even recommended him this year is brutal, but he's on the razor edge of me never recommending him again.
Do you think if there's some report with HN, they're saying like they're going to use him like they normally would or whatever, something big like that, is that enough to put you?
Like, does Ian Rappaport report it? If so, then I'm benching HN everywhere I have him. If Ian Rappaport,
no, not Ian Rappaport.
If Ian Rappaport tweets out Sunday morning that the Dolphins are getting HN back and they plan to feature him as the lead back, I'm no way would I start him anywhere. That's a guaranteed, guaranteed he's not going to have guaranteed. Nope. It's going to be like Mostert, 25 carries, Jeff Wilson, 15 carries, and HN like 1 snap. That's what we'll get.
That would be a kiss of death.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't say if it's PPR or not. If it's PPR, I think you gotta give Thielen another chance. I mean, I know he was awful last week. I know since the bye he hasn't been very good. He's had some okay games, but it's such a good matchup this week for Thielen. It'd be hard for me to bench him.
It is a good matchup. This is true. So. Yeah. All right, there you go. I mean, it's got to be Ayuk and Dell for sure. Kyron Warren, yeah. The only thing is the flex. If you're sitting Kupp for those guys, you're sitting Kupp for these guys. Yeah, Thielen's probably the better choice here. Now, also defense question: drop Baltimore for San Francisco, even though the matchup is bad for San Fran this week. But he continues, or she. Sorry, Morgan. Don't know. No, if I drop Baltimore, someone will pick them up.
Yeah, let them have them. Baltimore has a brutal playoff schedule. You're not even going to want to start Baltimore. Didn't we look at this the other day? Somebody asked us about this.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so Baltimore has the Jaguars on the road, the 49ers on the road, and then the Dolphins at home. Do you even want to start the Baltimore defense? There's somebody who asked this? Somebody asked this yesterday about like dropping a player and then hoping like somebody picks him up and plays him against you. That's what you would be hoping if you drop Baltimore defense.
You should hope that somebody picks them up. There you go. See this full circle. That's it. We found the example. Circle. This is it.
Yeah. If somebody wants to grab Baltimore defense, they can have them. There
you go. All right. And then Johnny Pina, 1 quarterback league, have Kyler and Goff. Drop 1 for T-Law. Playoffs start week 14. So Kyler's off week 14.
That's crazy. So, you have all these.
Yeah. So basically, whoever he has, Goff or T-Law, he's going to have to start him in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. So let's see here. So in week 14, I'm looking to see the Lions get the Bears on the road. The Jaguars get the Browns on the road. Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to want to start Goff in week 14 over T-Law.
Yeah, Browns at home have been – I mean, Browns have already been one of the best defenses, but at home they're extra good. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep Goff.
You're gonna want to start Goff in week 14 anyways. But I would say I would want to start T-Law this week over Goff. But, I mean, it's a 1 QB league. Why do you need 3 QBs? Just roll Kyler and Goff. Kyler and Goff.
Yeah. All right. Also, drop Goddard for Dearnest to block the ETN owner. I like the way you're thinking.
But I don't want to drop Goddard. I don't want to just there might be a team out there who lost Mark Andrews, is a playoff team, and is starting, like Juwan Johnson or something this week, and is like, man, this is brutal. And then you just give them Goddard. You're just like, here, have Goddard just to block the Etienne handcuff. Like, not for Goddard. Not for Goddard. If you were like, hey, I can drop this handcuff to get this other handcuff to block the Etienne owner, okay, but you don't want to just give somebody Dallas Goedert going into the fantasy playoffs. No way.
Right. Not just for a stash handcuff type of block player. Yeah, not Goddard. You could drop somebody to do this, but not a guy who could be a starting tight end for somebody else. Chris, all in. Full PPR, start 1 running back, 1 receiver, and a flex. Kamara, Henry, Kyron, Nico, Pittman, or Ridley.
Oh, let's go to wide receiver because I think that's easily Pittman. He's running. How do you? I think you got to play 2 of these running backs. I mean, it's hard not to play all 3 of these running backs, but you can't.
Yeah, I know. Henry is.
Henry's got the best matchup against the Colts.
Yeah, it's a good spot for him again, is if I remember. Kamara, not so much.
Kamara terrible against the Lions. Kyron terrible against the Browns. But I mean, can you really bench Kyron? I don't think you can bench Kyron. I think you got to go Kyron and Henry this week.
Yeah, well, at least we get to play 2 of these guys. Yeah, you really don't have any bad choices. Like, there's nobody here I'm just crossing out straight up. So that's good. I want to play Henry, but I can't not play Kyron, so let's just pick those 2. My only concern here, but I guess Chris Olave looks like he might play, is that if they were just decimated in New Orleans, that Alvin Kamara catches 15 passes. But
that's the thing. Like, Chris Olave didn't play like pretty much the entire second half last week, and Kamara still only had 4 catches. Like,
yeah,
we've really seen like his usage kind of taper off here a little bit, even though it's been a tremendous. Everything is broken perfect for Alvin Kamara this year, right? Jamal Williams went on IR. Kendrick Miller hasn't been able to stay healthy. Michael Thomas out for the year. Like, everybody, wide receivers dropping like flies, and we're still seeing his usage kind of taper off as the weeks go on. So I think I would just go Henry and Kyron.
Yeah, I'm good with Henry and Kyron. And then, Pittman. And then he's got another for tight end here. Well, you could go Taysom or Juwan Johnson or Joe Dever.
Well, in this case, give me Taysom. I mean, Juwan Johnson, okay, maybe he gives you a decent floor, but does he really have a ceiling? Same with Gerald Everett, like touchdown or bust. I'll just gamble on Taysom here.
Nah, it's definitely one of the Saints. I'm fine with Taysom. Yeah, well, I should be more than fine with Taysom. I picked in the boom, so Taysom it is. I know. I'm gonna regret it. Sal Palumbo is gonna bench.
Maybe he'll boom.
Not only did I pick Taysom, I picked another tight end. That's the one. I know. All right. Was gonna bench Lockett and play Hollywood. Reed, should I start Lockett over either of those 2?
I'll still go Hollywood over Lockett. Reed is closer. Reed is definitely closer. I saw
that Reed had missed practice too. Didn't he miss?
I think he did DNP today. I mean, you know how it goes. You know how it goes with Lockett. It could be like last week where he gets you like 5 or 6 points, or he could like have a great game. They're probably going to need to throw a lot. You got to think.
I'm okay playing Lockett over Reed,
but and then what if Reed doesn't play? I mean, I think he's going to play. I haven't heard anything that makes me think he'll miss. But what if he doesn't play? Who are you pivoting to? Like, you know what I mean? Are you pivoting to, I don't know, Jalen Guyton or somebody like that? You know, where it's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe just go with Lockett tonight.
Yeah, I'm okay playing Lockett over Reed because it's not a great spot for Reed. I don't know. Again, this goes back to earlier what we were saying. Is I was going to say that try not to react too much to injury reports before Friday, anyways, because guys get veteran rest in Wednesday. Sometimes they rest them to keep them fresh for Sunday. It doesn't mean that they're going to miss. Things change last minute. So really, injuries we don't focus on until Saturday. We really started saying, okay, here's who's in, who's out, who's so questionable. So not so much that I'm really worried about Reed, but I think Lockett might have more upside than Reed anyways. Go Hollywood, Lockett. Anthony Romsberg needs flex 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Pollard, Pacheco, Moss, Connor, Evans, Smith, Puka, DK, Sutton. Got you the win last week. Nah, sorry, we got to keep going though. You need to make the playoffs.
All right, I think you got to go Pollard. Oh, man. Man, Pacheco, Moss, Pacheco, Pacheco, Moss, Pacheco. I might go Moss. He's going to get every touch. Pollard, Moss. You got to go Evans and Smith at wide receiver. You know what? I'm going to flex Pacheco. It's Green Bay. It's not a bad matchup. Jerick McKinnon might be out again, which actually helped Pacheco. He caught some passes because they don't have that pass-catching guy. I think I'm going to flex Pacheco. I mean, I don't feel great about DK or Puka. Sutton's okay. But, I mean, he's not going to have a big game. I'm going to flex Pacheco. So I'm going to go Pollard, Pacheco, Moss, Evans, and Smith.
Yeah, and I don't usually get too excited about Pacheco, but I think I kind of like him this week because it is a good spot, all those reasons you already listed. So I was even tempted to go Pacheco over Moss, but it probably doesn't matter because you're going to flex one. So Pollard, Pacheco, Moss, Evans, Smith, and there you go. Good luck, Anthony. Alex B. Keeper. Ooh. All right. Jefferson or Amon-Ra?
You can't keep both? Oh, man. I still got to go Jefferson. I think it's easy to forget because we haven't seen Jefferson in so long. I think Jefferson was either right there with Tyreek Hill or maybe was pacing ahead of Tyreek Hill. In terms of how he was performing this year. You look at his games, 150, 159, 149, 85, and then, of course, 28, but he left that game with the hamstring injury. I mean, he was awesome. He is awesome. I know Amon-Ra's great too, but you got to think this is the people always I remember 2 years ago when Chase was a rookie. People were like, Chase over Jefferson because at least he has Burrow for the next X amount of years, even though I think Jefferson's gotten more games with Cousins than Chase has gotten with Burrow because of the injuries. But the Vikings aren't well, this is it. This was our last hurrah. No, this is a team that is trying to win, and Cousins was good this year. I'm not worried that they don't bring Cousins back next year. This is a team trying to win. I don't think we're going to go into next year with Josh Dobbs as a Vikings quarterback. So I'm still going Jefferson, but man, it's brutal. You can't keep both.
I know it's going to sting to let one of those guys go. I think it's Jefferson too. There's no guarantee it's Kirk Cousins next year. I mean, it definitely could be that he goes somewhere else, but I don't think you're in a downgrade. If anything, they'll try to get somebody who's comparable or better if possible. It's not going to be Josh Dobbs. It's not going to be Jaren Hall. It's not going to be those guys on the roster right now. So Jefferson, I would like to think, even though we don't really know, he's probably sort of quarterback proof. But yeah, go Jefferson. Sir Boomer is agonizing over whether to play Charbonnet or Connor. Yeah, I love the commitment. I railed about this last night. Whether you're in or out of the playoffs, just set your lineup, fight to the end. Don't just give up and whatever. So, anyways, Charbs or Connor?
Well, Boomer, I have this exact decision in my home league with JT out, and I'm going Charbonnet. I'm going Charbonnet. Not that I've necessarily come around on Charbonnet. It's just that I've really fallen off of James Conner. I didn't realize last week Michael Carter got so many snaps and things, and the Cardinals have just become way more pass heavy with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray vulture and touchdowns. Let's roll with Charbonnet together tonight, Boomer. You and I. Charbonnet over James Conner. Let's go.
It'll feel probably a little better rolling with Charbonnet as opposed to Dameon Pierce. So there you go. Go Charbonnet just a little bit. And I'm with you. It's funny you mentioned that because on the video that's coming out, when does it come out? Tomorrow? Probably tomorrow. I did some research, and I'll just tell you, Michael Carter's a guy I looked into, and I didn't realize that either until I looked into it. I was like, wow, Michael Carter almost had as many offensive snaps as Connor last week, and that's exactly right. He's going to start eating. So I'm not saying Connor's not startable or anything like that, but he's not workhorse status anymore. It's just different now. So, anyways, Charbonnet. And then Python with a Charbonnet question. Good London or Javonte?
Man. Oh, man, this is tough.
This is, man, I mean, I'm assuming it's PPR. Python probably plays PPR. We know we don't like London's matchup this week. And Javonte's just kind of whatever. I might go with Charbonnet in this case because I don't love any of these.
That's kind of where I was leaning. I just go Charbonnet regardless of format. Charbonnet.
Here you go. And this is not a super chat, but I feel like we should help. This is another Charbonnet question. Naturally, with Saquon on bye, got Bijan and Charbonnet, Spears, or P. Ryan.
Well, here I can pretty comfortably go Charbonnet. I mean, I know P. Ryan's been good the last 2 weeks, but he's been good because 2 weeks ago he caught like 7 passes when they were trying to come from behind or something like that. Or maybe he had 7 targets. And he was good last week because he fell into the end zone. He's not really getting a lot of opportunities here. Charbonnet's the lead back, the workhorse. I'm going Charbonnet pretty comfortably here.
Yeah, Spears just not startable. I mentioned P. Ryan. He's coming on, but yeah, he's getting maybe an opportunity game, 10 to 12. Charbonnet is going to get a lot more than that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. I'm always going to prefer the guy I know is going to get more touches. Let's keep going. Kevin. What's up, Kevin? Charbonnet or Connor?
Well, we just did this. I'm going Charbonnet. You can roll with Boomer and I tonight, Kevin. Charbonnet over Connor. We're all going Charbonnet over Connor. Watch James Conner have 40, like some Gus Edwards 40 yards.
James Conner. 3 touchdowns versus former team. 64. Should I be concerned with Etienne as Monday game? Good backup just in case. I haven't heard Etienne anything serious.
Yeah, I think he was limited today. He should be fine. I'm not too worried about Etienne at all.
Yeah, I don't really start to worry about a guy until on Saturday that he's questionable, officially questionable or worse. 49ers or Fins D.
It's got to be Miami this week, right? Against Sam Howell. You don't really want to start 40. I know the 49ers have the better defense, but do you really want to start them against the Eagles? Not really. Got to go Miami against Sam Howell.
Right. With team defenses, you really do have to prioritize matchup over talent. So, yeah, it's got to be Fins this week. Good backup. I don't think Etienne is going to miss, but I will say this because another guy I happened to mention, spoiler alert number 2 for Beat the Breakouts coming out, Dearness Johnson, who I should have mentioned last week. He was on my list. You remember this because you saw it. He was on my list, and I took him off. I was like, nah, let's wait. Well, okay. He's the handcuff to Etienne, so it won't hurt for you to have him either way. Just kind of stash him away if you can. If you have both these defenses, just drop one, by the way. All right, do need to keep going to the super chats. We are just now, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, we're just now getting to the point where we are getting chats from after we started to go live. In fact, not technically there. This was from my time 4 Eastern 5:55. Yuya Oda needs help. Standard 2 running back, 2 receiver, and a flex. Ayuk, Tank, Swift, Pollard, Moss, Singletary, Garrett Wilson.
Well, since it's standard scoring, I'm going Swift, Pollard, and Moss. So that would be your 2 running backs in your flex. At wide receiver, I think you got to go Ayuk and Dell. And that's it. I'm benching Garrett Wilson and Singletary. So, yeah, Ayuk and Dell, wide receiver. Swift, Pollard, Moss, running back and flex.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy. Ayuk and Tank are easily the receivers here. I mean, in standard, you want touchdown upside. Garrett Wilson is on the Jets. And so definitely those other two and those three running backs. Yeah. And then another one for another league, also standard: Hal, Herbert, Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Monty, Najee, Keenan Allen, Gibbs, Rashad White. Got Njoku in Dallas D. I guess we're setting a lineup.
All right. Are we same thing, I guess? 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex, we'll assume. Oh, shoot.
I guess.
I think I still got to go Herbert over Howell. I'm not feeling fantastic about Herbert this week, but thinking about Howell, it's like, yeah, he could boom, but he could also bust. So I'm going to go Herbert. You got to go Lamb and Tyreek at wide receiver. Oh, man, you got Keenan Allen, too, in standard?
Yeah. And good running backs.
I think you got to play Keenan Allen. You got to flex him. I mean, even in standard, he can go over 100 yards and a touchdown. So I think you got to go Lamb, Tyreek, Keenan. I think you got to play Rashad White this week against the Panthers. Then I might go Najee Harris over Monty. It's such a good matchup against the Cardinals. So I don't know if this is also 2-2-1, but that's how I would set it.
Yeah, I guess we'll assume the same format. I mean, Hal, I know, has upside, but I'm not sitting Herbert. It's not. Obviously, Lamb Hill. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, your running backs are good, but you don't really have a clear-cut RB1. You have a bunch of RB2 types. So I can definitely start Keenan Allen over those guys. RB, I'll go White. To me, I don't know if I can sit Monty for Najee. I know Najee's got more upside in this matchup, so it's one of those two guys. I might feel compelled to start Monty, but I can see Najee. Benny Black is back. Full PPR. Needs 2 backs and a flex. Brutal. Sharbs, Gibson, P. Ryan, Amari, Dotson, Dowd, Lord Deontay. And then those guys are on waivers.
I will say, Antonio Gibson may make the sneaky starts this week. I think at running back, you got to go Charbonnet's got to be one of them. Is it PPR? I might go Gibson. I mean, we did see last week. We didn't think he was going to play. He played. He played a lot actually last week. Let me look it up here. I don't have it in front of me, but he had 3 catches, 6 carries, which nothing special, but in blowouts, that's when he tends to play more and catch passes. I think this could be a week where he doesn't have a huge ceiling, but I think he could catch like 5 or 6 passes. I mean, what are you getting with P. Ryan? Like touchdown or bust. So I'm gonna go Charbonnet and Gibson at running back. At flex, I mean, it probably should be Deontay Johnson. It's gotta be Deontay Johnson, right? Like, come on, Deontay Johnson. You're playing the Cardinals. No Matt Canada. I'm flexing Deontay in PPR.
Yeah, I don't think any of those waiver guys are worth considering. And we know we can't play Amari. Although it does seem like it might be Joe Flacco this week. Could be Flacco back, but still, man. Yeah, Charbonnet and Gibson or P. Ryan, very similar. You want to shoot for more upside, then I guess Gibson. It really should be Deontay. You know what? I might just go all Washington and just hope. It's brutal because you got buys. You're rolling these guys out. Maybe just go Dotson and just go full double down. Game under repair golf. All right, we need 2 between Charbonnet, Javonte, Singletary.
I think I got to go Charbonnet and Singletary. Only because it's the Broncos. Only because the Texans get the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just really not interested in Javonte anymore. I was for briefly. There was like a little glimmer there for like a 1 week, 2 week period, and then it's gone. Yep. So, Charbonnet and Singletary. I'm totally fine with that. All right. I hope you're ready. For a slew of Charbonnet questions. Here's the money. Charbs or Downs?
Well, here I'll go Downs. I feel pretty good about Downs this week. I like his matchup. I like the fact that he had 13 targets last week. I'll go Downs over Charbonnet.
Yeah, I like Downs too in this case. What about Charles George, Charbonnet, or Joe Mixon in non-PPR?
I'm going Charbonnet. I mean, at least Charbonnet has some juice. Joe Mixon, I mean, no way. No way.
Yeah, I even said last week his path to relevance is that he's catching some passes. He didn't even do that. And he's probably not scoring a touchdown. So, and it's a bad matchup. So in this case, go Charbonnet. And then Bartermania, what is up? If Olave's out, would you flex your favorite tight end of the century or B-Rob?
I still got to go Brian Robinson. Again, it's always hard for me to flex a tight end, even one like Taysom Hill who does more than just play tight end.
Right.
Brian Robinson's been mostly good. I don't love Brian Robinson this week. I think it could be another down-ish week for him, but he could always score. He catches some passes. I still have to go Brian Robinson. Let's just hope Chris Olave plays because this is a smash spot for Chris Olave. I mean, he could, yeah. Let's just hope.
I mean, if he's already practiced twice, it sounds pretty promising. So keep Olave in there and then just be prepared to pivot. What about Jake Lewis? Start 3. Bijan, Pollard, Mostert, Pollard, Monty, and of course, Charbonnet.
I think I'm going the first 3. Bijan, Pollard, and Mostert. Monty's okay. I don't know. I'm not feeling Monty this week against the Saints. I don't know. On the road, maybe he scores, but you got to feel good about Bijan, of course. You got to feel pretty good about Pollard against the Seahawks, and you got to feel pretty good about Mostert against the Commanders, even if Achane plays. Like, I'm not going to fall for that Ian Rappaport Sunday morning tweet that says Devon Achane is about to be a workhorse running back. I'm not falling for it. I'm going Bijan, Pollard, and Mostert.
Yeah, Bijan is back to pretty much must start. Mostert, this matchup is absolutely must start. Yeah, still like Pollard. In this case, Charbonnet is last. He's the last of this group.
Yes.
And yeah, no, I agree. Monty is he's a guy I really don't feel too strongly about in terms of matchup because they're going to feed him the ball regardless. Detroit's one of those offenses that just kind of sticks to their plan, right? They're going to run the ball unless they are down early. But it is also not a good matchup against New Orleans. So that's why this week I'll go Mostert over Monty. But next week it might flip. Joe, W34, Dak or Mahomes?
Oh, this is a legit question. I think I'm going Dak. I mean, how do you not start Dak at home the way he's been playing? If they were on the road against Seattle, maybe I would go Mahomes. Because it's like, okay, Dak on the road, it's the Seahawks, it's a tough place to play. But look, Mahomes going into Lambeau for the first time ever. That's not an easy place to play.
Nope.
Dak at home tonight, he should be fantastic. Give me Dak.
I mean, we kind of have to say Dak because remember yesterday, Python asked us for top 3 quarterbacks. We both said Dak. Neither of us said Mahomes. So it's Dak. JPC 123. Olave and Hollywood questionable. Would you start Cooks?
Nah, I think at least one, if not both, these guys will play this week. So, nah, I'll risk one of these guys playing. Not feeling a big Cooks week.
Yeah, like when Cooks played Washington, I was like, yeah, I'll play Cooks. Okay, he's not playing Washington. It's not a bad matchup for him, but I like both these guys a lot. Assuming they play, it sounds like they'll play. I would say this. Okay, so you sit Cooks, and then what if both these guys don't play? I mean, not knowing your roster, you can always try to just pivot to like Greg Dortch, and put him in, and he'll be fine because he'll get a lot of targets if Hollywood doesn't play. He got targeted last week again, even though Hollywood did play, and actually Hollywood was good. And of course, if Olave doesn't play, just go Taysom. All right, Sammy. PPR, Flex 1, Puka, Deontay, Brees, Jaden Reed, or Curtis Samuel. It's an eclectic group.
Wow, this is. Man. Ah, jeez.
Let's work backwards. Who do you feel the worst about? Like, who do you not want to start?
Probably Curtis Samuel. He feels more like, hey, you got nothing better, he'll do. Then probably Reed and Puka are pretty close. I think for me, it's between Deontay and Brees Hall are the two guys I'm on. I mean, it's the Cardinals. It's PPR. It should be Deontay Johnson. I mean, what
It should be.
you need? You need
No,
Brees
again,
Hall to rip off like a long run or fall in the end zone. I might just go Deontay.
I did just say, like, I'm kind of ignoring injury reports this early, but I did see Deontay something about missing practice. I don't know if he's got an injury. I don't know with Brees. I mean, it's not a bad matchup. It should be Deontay. I mean, right? Logically, it just should be
Yes.
Deontay.
Yes.
If you're worried about Deontay, I'm okay going Brees though. All right. Well, we already had this one. Before we get to our next Charbonnet question, let's throw a random kicker question in here. Mike Wright, Koo or Butker?
Isn't Koo? I mean, again, I feel like Koo is like one of the best kickers, but I feel like Butker is one of the best kickers too. So I don't know.
And you know that Koo, because Justin Tucker actually missed a field goal last week, Koo now passed him as the most accurate kicker in terms of field goal percentage made. So best kicker in the NFL, technically. Yeah, I'll go. I only know this because they said it on the broadcast. All right. What about Anthony B? Charbonnet or we'll hold out for A-Chan?
Ooh.
This is where it gets tricky.
Yeah. I think it comes down to what's your other option. Like, you're like, well, I also have like Javonte Williams sitting on my bench. Okay, I don't love Javonte Williams, but he'll do, right? He'll do if you have to. But if you're like, well, my other option is, Dearness Johnson. And maybe I just play Charbonnet tonight and don't risk it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, if it's only A-Chan that you can wait for, I'd probably just go Charbonnet. I'm trying to verify this because Andrea, what's up, Andrea? In several of our leagues, saying that Dalton Schultz is out. Saw Tank Dell return to practice, so he's okay. Dalton Schultz missed practice yesterday and today, but that doesn't mean he's been ruled out. Nobody's been ruled anything yet. So
right, yeah,
he might be out, but that's not official.
Right.
Okay. So just to clarify there, be prepared to be without him. What is Cerulean Dog? Stedman Bailey and a Taven Austin reference. Wow.
There are some names.
Old school for sure. All right. Benny Black needs 1-1 flex. Charbonnet, of course. Dowdle. A.T. Perry, JSN, Noah Brown, Spears, or Wicks. This is where you get deep. And then those guys are on waivers.
I think, okay, we got Dortch, Juwan, Parker, Lamar, Watson, Chark. I think Charbonnet has to be your running back here over Dowdle.
Yeah.
I mean, your only hope for Dowdle is somehow he scores. And even then, what's he really giving you? Like 9 points, 8 points, something? Flex. I think I'm going Noah Brown. I mean, it sounds like he's playing. Sounds like Noah Brown is playing. I will say if for some reason Hollywood Brown is out, which I doubt, but if for some reason he is, then Dortch becomes interesting. But as of right now, I'm probably going Charbonnet and Noah Brown.
Right. Noah Brown, assuming he plays, which it sounds like he will. That sounds good. All right. And then Robert Cuellar. drop the super chat. Needs to start 3 of these. Stevenson, White, Pollard, Kamara, Ford. It's PPR. He's saying that New Orleans scares him with the injuries. Look, what you need to worry about is will Kamara be targeted more by his quarterback? And he probably would be if there's all these injuries.
Yeah, I think I still have to go White, Pollard, and Kamara. I do like Stevenson this week. I don't know if I'm ready to put him over Kamara just yet. So I'm going to go White, Pollard, Kamara.
Yeah, White and Pollard are for sure. Yeah, you kind of still have to just start Kamara. He should be fine. But yeah, that's an interesting thought process. I would just say that, yeah, if receivers, like if Olave miss, if other players are out, that's good for Kamara because he gets more touches, he gets more opportunities, he'll get more targets. So he might not be as efficient, but who cares? He's getting volume. That's what you want. Mumble Dragon, 1 receiver in a flex: DK, Hollywood, Rice, Javonte.
Hollywood at wide receiver, and I think I'm flexing Rice. I'm not scared of this Packers secondary. I'm hoping that what we saw last week was a sign of things to come, not a 1 week wonder type of thing. And I don't just mean like his production, I mean his usage. So, again, I'm just not feeling a big DK game, not feeling a big Javonte game. So I'm going to go Hollywood and Rice.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with Hollywood and Rice. I like Hollywood this week. And then Rice is pretty solid. DK is just terrible matchup. Terrible matchup. Like you even have been saying, matchup or not, like how many big games has he even had this whole season?
Yeah, not many. One? I think he had one.
One actual big game. All right, so this, just making sure it's different. This is Benny Black again. Needs 2 receivers in the flex. Benny, you must be in more leagues than I am. 2 receivers in the flex: Sharps, Olave, Higgins, Hollywood, Deontay, Dortch, London, or A.T. Perry. First choice, and then second choice if Olave doesn't play.
2 wide receivers and a flex. Okay, well, assuming everybody plays, it's Olave, Hollywood, and I'm going Deontay as my flex. Not feeling London this week. If Hollywood plays, obviously that makes me not want to start Dortch. If Olave doesn't play, I'm going to go Hollywood, Deontay. I'm not ready to put A.T. Perry in my lineup, even without Olave. I'm just not doing it.
No.
Hollywood, Deontay, and then I probably would just go London. At least he's the number 1 receiver. So either Olave, Hollywood, Deontay, or Hollywood, Deontay, London. Those are my choices.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking with these receivers. You don't have to put Sharps in there. Yeah,
by the way, I did just
Hollywood doesn't play.
Yeah, and I did just for fun. I looked up DK Metcalf. His best game is 20.4 fantasy points. He's only finished inside the top 20 wide receivers 3 times in PPR leagues. Yeah, not a lot of big games for DK Metcalf this year.
And now gets to go on the road against Dallas. So that's a no-no. All right, Brandon Ahmed. Thank you, Brandon. All right, Monty, Puka, Jalen Warren, or Ayuk for flex. Just one.
Got to be Ayuk.
Yeah.
He's in a smash spot this week. He's been great. Eagles play a ton of man. Should be a big Ayuk week. It's got to be Ayuk.
Yeah, so you got Pittman and Keenan at receiver, and Etienne and Kyron at running back. So you're fine. You're good. Helping every single. All right, well, that's what we're here for. Hopefully, help you out too. You got a pretty good team there. So, yeah, got to be Ayuk. Jacob Crockett. Start 1 at flex PPR. Swift, Devontae, Moss, and Ridley. Just 1.
Man. I think you got to play Devonta Smith. I really want to play Moss.
Yeah, I don't think I can sit Javonte for Zach Moss.
No. Oh, we're only starting one. I thought we were sitting one. Only starting one? Okay, it's Devonta Smith in PPR.
Yeah,
My
start
bad.
one.
I thought you said sit one. Okay, Devonta Smith. Yeah, Devonta Smith in PPR. That's who I'm going with.
Yeah, you want to start all these guys, but can't do it. At least your starting lineup must be pretty good if you're flexing these guys out. Minor King. Point per first down league, but not PPR. Thoughts on that?
Okay.
You're not a fan of point per first down, are you?
I mean, it's whatever, but I just don't know. Like I feel like running backs might get more first downs, but then I think about it, I'm like, no, it's probably receivers because when they catch the ball, most of the time it's for a first down. Not always, but I don't know. I really don't know.
All right, so I guess we'll try. Yeah, I don't know first down stats. The only time, honestly, I look up first down stats is when I'm trying to do a pick 'em on Underdog. So start Warren, Hollywood, Deontay, London, or not Judy.
Well, I'll just treat it like straight non-PPR because I don't know. I mean, like, is point per first down, is that really like, is there certain guys that just get way more like, oh, this guy's so much more valuable, in point per first down than he is in PPR because he only catches 4 passes, but they're all first downs. Like, I don't know, maybe. I'm going to go Warren here. He's in a great matchup. It's non-PPR, so I think that should help the running back, I guess. I don't know how many first downs he gets. I don't know if Hollywood gets more first downs. But I know Warren has a fantastic matchup this week against the Cardinals. I mean, Royce Freeman and Kyler Williams just combined for like 210 yards against them. So I think Najee and Warren can both do damage against them. I'm going to go Warren.
Yeah, for me, it's either Warren or Hollywood. And I will say generally, as far as first downs, I mean, it's the bell cow backs, like the guys who you already know are good in fantasy. Like those are the ones who are good. Like the bell cow backs, because they get a lot of points. So you're starting those guys anyways. Warren is not that. Warren is not a bell cow, but he's been really good. If Hollywood is going to get enough targets, I might lean Hollywood, but that's just the thing. It's look, he hasn't practiced. I don't know. So I like Hollywood a little bit better this week, but Warren is definitely going to have a higher floor. So it's one of those two guys, but it is non-PPR then. So yeah, let's go Warren. I was about to go look up first down stats, and I was like, nah, forget it. All right. Yeah, no, we got Brandon. Don't worry, we got it full PPR. Thank you for clarifying, though. Sidekick Kid stuck. Have Bijan, Kamara, White, and Pollard. So here we're gonna sit one.
I might just sit Pollard. Because I mean, what's a massive Pollard game? Like, okay, maybe he somehow scores 2 touchdowns tonight, but even him scoring 1 touchdown has felt like he got a touchdown. White's in such a good spot this week.
Yeah, I think you have to start Bijan and White. It's only Kamara and Pollard that.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like flip-flopping. Maybe I bench Kamara. It's one of those guys. I always hate having a tough choice when one of the guys plays on Thursday night. Because if you play him and he busts, you're kicking yourself for the rest, from now until Sunday. And if you sit him and he goes off, you're kicking yourself from now to Sunday. But did he say PPR? He doesn't say PPR.
Doesn't say.
I mean, like, who do we think is going to have more chances to score? Tony Pollard at home in the Cowboys offense or Alvin Kamara in the Saints offense who cannot score touchdowns for some reason? Like, Saints are just allergic to touchdowns for some reason. So I'm going to go Pollard over Kamara.
Hey, the Saints have been working really hard at practice on their red zone offense.
Apparently, they worked on it today, allegedly, so that's good.
Derek Carr won't say what they did. It's a secret. It's like the secret sauce.
Maybe what they did is they said, when we get in the red zone, we're not going to throw the ball at all. We're just going to run it for like maybe that's why he won't say anything.
That's what they should do. I bet I know the secret. The secret is Jamal Williams gets the ball 3 straight times. You know what? My gut is telling me to sit Kamara here. I'm going to sit Kamara. I don't feel a big Kamara week. So
yeah,
I'll say Bijan, White, and Pollard. It's close between Pollard and Kamara. All right. Phil Ciortino has 5 players on bye, so you have to start Lockett. I mean, it's not a miracle. He's not going to get shadowed by Bland or, anything like that. In fact, I feel like Bland will be a little bit more in DK, don't you think?
Yeah, and I mean, is Bland like a shutdown corner, or is he just a big play guy? Like, is he just like, does he shut people down, or does he just make those big plays?
This year, he's been doing both. Okay. I mean, he's obviously got the interceptions and the pick sixes, but he's actually the highest graded corner on PFF right now. So he's been pretty good. Better than Trayvon Diggs. Remember Trayvon Diggs, when we did it when he was rookie, he had all those interceptions, but he was like 30th in actual coverage.
He would try. He would just gamble on he would gamble so much. Yeah,
right. He was like the Marcus Peters. It's like either interception or give up a touchdown. Like there was no in between.
I think you could drop Chandler for Charbonnet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, worst case, but I mean, I would still start Lockett over Charbonnet.
Yep.
But drop Chandler for Charbonnet. If Charbonnet busts again this week, you can always drop him and pick up Chandler again next week. Chandler's on bye, so no one's picking him up.
Right. So it's to do all 3 of those things, Phil. Drop Chandler for Charbonnet, start Lockett, and hope for a miracle. MWN, thoughts on this team with Allen, K9, Swift, Zach, C, Reek, Waddle, McBride, Hollywood, Thielen, Waller? Not Waller. Not Darren Waller, I hope. Dallas, 6-6. First place ran. Every loss has been by a blow-up game. All right. Don't know if this is 12-team PPR or what. Well, I'll assume it is.
Yeah, if it's 12-team, I think it's pretty solid. You got Josh Allen. I mean, your running backs are okay when Walker gets back. You got Tyreek. Hopefully, Hollywood gets going here. You got McBride. I don't really know why you still have Waller. That's a name we haven't seen in a while. Yeah, I think it's solid, but I can kind of see why it's 6-6. I mean, it feels better than 6-6, but it doesn't feel like a 11-1 or 10-2 type of team either. But I think it's solid.
Yeah, it's good. Waddle has been up and down, K9 even when he was healthy, up and down. So you have enough talent. You should be in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's anything much to do because, I mean, you start in Swift and Charbonnet until K9 comes back. Try to sell Thielen, maybe. Try to get something back for him. And just, just for the sake of karma on your team, just drop Waller. Cut the dead weight there. Addition by subtraction. Augustin Olvera have Eckler, Kamara, Bijan, Kyron, and Achane. All right. Wide receiver Olave, Waddle, D-Hop, Flowers. Trade ideas.
Wow. You can still trade, huh? To upgrade a wide receiver, I mean, maybe you can try to package Flowers and Achane. Because you got Eckler, Kamara, Bijan, Kyron. Do you really need Achane? So maybe you could package Flowers and Achane. Flowers coming off a nice game. He's a rookie. People still really like Achane. Maybe you can package those 2 guys and get an upgrade at wide receiver. But, I mean, you got Olave and Waddle. It's like you're bad at wide receiver, but maybe you could package Achane and Flowers and get an upgrade there.
Yeah, there you go. Don't trade Eckler. Don't trade Bijan. I'd be okay if you traded Kamara too, but yeah, trade one of those other two receivers. You do want a better wide receiver 3/flex, right? Because you don't want to be playing D-Hop, and Flowers is okay.
Yeah, maybe you can go out and get Justin Jefferson right now. Maybe the team that has Justin Jefferson has to win this week. Well, that doesn't help you if you give him Flowers. But look, maybe you could trade Kamara straight up for Justin Jefferson right now. You know, maybe the team that has Jefferson has to win this week. You're like, I'll give you Kamara, you give me Jefferson. Next week, roll into the playoffs, you got Jefferson, Olave, Waddle as your wide receivers. You still have Eckler, Bijan, Kyron, and Achane at running back. Go try that.
There you go. Got some ideas. Moises, welcome back. 10-team PPR. Do we know if Keelan Allen is missing? Haven't heard.
I doubt it. I mean, he didn't miss last week. I think he was limited today. I feel pretty good he'll play. I mean, if he doesn't play, what are they going to do? Doesn't sound like Josh Palmer is going to get activated this week. Quentin Johnston, Jaden Guyton. I mean, they might as well just, like forfeit.
Let's just hand the ball off. It'll be Josh Kelly week.
Yeah.
Need help with 2 receivers and a flex. Okay, so Keenan Allen, keep him in there. Chase, Deontay, Nico, Reed, Watson.
Sorry. I think I'm going Chase and Nico. Or am I going Deontay over Chase? I don't know. I'm probably still going Chase. At least Chase can always take a pass and break a tackle or something and go. So I'm going Allen, Chase, and Nico.
Yeah, that's what I would do too. And then got outbid on Muth and Njoku. So here are the choices: Everett, Otten, Goddard, Pitts.
I mean, if you're saying these guys are on your waiver wire, grab Goddard right now. Even if he doesn't play this week, grab him. I mean, he's back at practice trying to give it a go this week. Even if you don't want to play him this week, okay, fine. Next week, you're going to want to play Goddard. So if Goddard is still out there, grab him. And then for this week, I probably go Odd.
Yeah, for this week, don't know if Goddard will play, but even if he plays, terrible matchup. Pitts is just, not playable. Everett, touchdown or bust. Otten, kind of touchdown or bust. But Otten at least has a good matchup. So there you go. All right, still catching up to the super chats, guys. So hang with us. We'll try to do some others, some of the regular chats as much as we can, but we don't want to leave them hanging here. You pay to get your question up on the screen, like Israel Lopez. But got to find the actual question. So Israel, when we see yours, if I see yours, we'll put it up. All right. Meantime, let's get to Joe Castles. What's up, Joe? Who do you like better this week, Dotson or Dortch?
I'd say the only way I'd probably like Dortch better is if Hollywood was completely out, which I doubt. So right now, I'll say Dotson.
Yeah, go Dotson. Dortch is a floor play. Dotson, why not? Shoot for the moon. If Higgins played, would you start him?
No. I mean, it sounds like Higgins is playing, but I'm not starting T. Higgins. No. He was barely startable with Joe Burrow. Now with Jake Browning, nah. Nope.
It's like the Cooper Kupp thing. It's not just about health. Like that's part of it, but it's definitely not all of it. So don't think about T. Higgins. All right, there's Israel. 5 and 7 definitely need to win. Out. All right. Got Stroud, Kyron, Moss, Tank, Rice, McBride, Stevenson, and Devontae's on bye. Henry, Deontay, Monty Downs, and Gibbs. Who to start?
All right. Well, I don't know how many you need, but it looks like your lineup right now is Stroud, Kyron, Moss, Tank, Rice, McBride, and Stevenson. I got to get Henry in my lineup this week. I think I might go Downs over Rice. Am I going Henry over Moss? Henry over Stevenson? PPR.
Yeah.
I feel like I need
Henry over Stevenson.
at home against the Colts.
Yeah, I can go Henry over Stevenson.
Yeah. I think I'm going Downs over Rice. Just feel better about his target share. We know the targets are going to be there for Downs. It's a great matchup again this week against the Titans. So I'm going to go Downs over Rice and Henry over Stevenson.
Agree. There you go. And then you actually keep both your lines on the bench because you got better running backs. I mean, for a team that with a losing record, you do have a lot of good running backs. Just haven't been all good at once, apparently. So, yeah, and Tank is what? Well, I guess Javonte is the wide receiver 1. Tank is the wide receiver 2. I think that's what hurt you, is the lack of stud receivers. Claudio, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 1 flex. Achane, Sharp, P. Ryan, Rashee Rice, Hollywood.
Oh, man. See, this is the thing. Like, if you don't start Charbonnet tonight, and Achane doesn't play, like, are you fine playing P. Ryan? I don't know. I mean, I can definitely play Hollywood at wide receiver and flex for Rashee Rice.
Right.
It's just coming down, like, do I play Charbonnet or do I wait for Achane and then pivot to P. Ryan? If I have to. Do we have any other Achane?
I'm not going to hold that hope for Achane personally. So, yeah, the question is P. Ryan okay, or does it even matter? Just go Charbonnet? I might just go Charbonnet.
Yeah.
I mean, P. Ryan does give you a floor at least. He catches passes every game. He could score. I mean, he might be just as good as Charbonnet, honestly, but I think Charbonnet's definitely got more guaranteed touches. So I would lean him. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Charbonnet, Hollywood Rice.
Yeah.
There it is. Good luck, Claudio. Grayson James. Welcome, Grayson. Can drop Schultz for Taysom Hill. Better option for the playoffs.
Well, I wouldn't drop Schultz unless he's out this week. And look, if Taysom Hill is still on your waiver wire, it means probably nobody is going to go pick up Taysom Hill because they would have done it by now. So I would wait for tomorrow, see if Schultz is out. Certainly if Schultz is out, fine, grab Taysom Hill. Because I still have to prefer Schultz for the playoffs. I mean, Taysom Hill is still Taysom Hill. I don't really want to be starting this guy every week in my fantasy playoffs. So I'm only going to drop Schultz if he's officially ruled out.
Right. You don't have to drop Schultz right now. I mean, if it's a hamstring injury, he's not practicing. Yeah, it seems like it's in doubt. But let's wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, you should know. And if you have to do it, then do it. And then Lockett or McLaurin this week.
Man. I'm not loving either of these guys this week, to be honest. I don't know. I maybe it's. I guess I got to go Terry. I mean, he's the number 1 still, technically, I guess. They should have to throw 40 to 50 times. I guess Terry, but I'm not feeling either of these guys really this week.
Exactly. Don't really love either one, but I guess Terry, just because of the matchup. Rock out. PPR, 1 running back, 1 flex. Javonte, Shar, McLaurin. Reed. Yeah, Reed is, I guess, questionable, not officially.
I'm going to go Charbonnet and McLaurin. Yeah. Charbonnet and McLaurin. Man, saying yes to Charbonnet a lot tonight. Please don't bust.
Well, when you get 50 Charbonnet questions, you got to say yes to a fair amount of them. Yeah, I'm going to go Charbonnet and McLaurin here. Dino, WB. Happy Thursday. All right, I got Nico and Downs and needs one flex. Do I keep Charbonnet or pivot to Reed, Curtis, Taysom, or D-Hop?
I might go Reed here, and then if he doesn't play, just go to Curtis, or maybe even Taysom if Olave is out. I'm not playing D-Hop. I'm just not doing it. Like I feel like Reed, assuming this is PPR, I feel like Reed and Curtis Samuel can give me whatever Charbonnet gives me. But I feel like they can also give me more. So I'm going to play Reed if he plays. Otherwise, probably Curtis, personally.
This is an interesting one. These are all very, very hard to predict. You're saying you already have Charbonnet in the flex. I don't know that I'm going to pivot to Reed. Curtis is just very risky. He's not my favorite here. I mean, I don't know. Do I have to stick with the Taysom pick since I called it early in the week? I mean, look, they have the answer to the red zone problem. I think the answer is the Mormon missile. So,
there it is. The answer is more Taysom.
I mean, that is the answer.
We need more Taysom.
We need more Taysom. More cowbell. All right, what's up, Rise? Connor or Rice?
I'm going Rice. I'm not feeling Connor this week. Give me Rice.
Yeah. Just talked about earlier, worried about Connor. So Rice should be fine. Rice is good. All right, let's go next one. Still catching up here. Let's go to Brian Norline. Welcome, Brian. Appreciate the super chat. How about Sharbs or Ford?
I might just go Charbonnet. I mean, oh man, what is going on over there in Cleveland? Like, do we think Joe Flacco's? You know what's going to be funny? It's going to be like Dorian Thompson-Robinson. We throw it 40 times. We got Dorian Thompson out there. We are just pass every time. Then Joe Flacco's going to play, and they're going to be like, they're going to run it 40 times. Watch. It's going to be like 20 carries for Ford, 20 carries for Kareem Hunt. And we'll be like, what? But I mean, probably not. I guess just go Charbonnet. Go Charbonnet.
Yeah, look at the end of this question asking because he's saying that I guess Kareem Hunt is dealing with a groin injury or something.
I feel like Kareem Hunt's dealing with dust issues, to be honest. That's what he's dealing with.
On his own dust.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't seem to matter. He doesn't practice. He's limited. And then he goes out there and gets his ridiculous, 9 carries for 13 yards or whatever he gets. Like, yeah, I'm just going to go Charbonnet.
Yeah, and it's limited. He didn't completely miss practice. Limited. He'll probably still play. This is interesting. I just noticed, we follow Jacob Gibbs, a guy who's really good at getting important stats. And this was from a couple weeks ago. So granted, it's not current, but short yards, rushing success rate leaders, Kareem Hunt, number 1. Jerome Ford was dead last with a 27% rate. That's why Kareem Hunt is the goal line back, apparently. I thought Jerome Ford was
go. So Kareem Hunt is basically Zeke. You need a yard. You need a yard or two. He'll get it. He'll fall forward. He'll get it. You need a big play, and he's not your guy.
Right. But that's the thing. The point is your Ford is not getting goal line carries. He's just not. So yeah, just go Sharps. And then Ruben, full PPR. Got Bijan, Henry, Swift, and Moss. Got Lamb, DK, Godwin, Downs. Everyone else is on a bye. Needs 2 running backs, 3 receivers, and a flex.
All right, running backs are going to be Bijan and I think I still got to go Henry over Moss. It's such a good matchup for Henry this week. I'm going to go Bijan and Henry. I think I'm going Lamb and Downs at wide receiver. Oh, you need 3 wide receivers. Lamb, Downs, and
not DK.
I mean, but Godwin, I might go DK. I'll go Lamb Downs and DK. Godwin is just like, yeah, get your points.
Is he not going to flex the running back?
Points.
They can just flex a running back here.
But he needs 3 wide receivers.
Oh, so you're struggling picking your third? I thought it was Lamb. Oh, God, that's it? We have to pick with 2 of those guys? Sorry.
Yeah, Lamb down. I think I'm going to go DK over Godwin just because Godwin, what's the ceiling with Godwin right now? It's like.
Yeah, I know. Lamb Downs, DK. Okay, yeah, my bad.
But then, yeah, I'm going to flex Moss. So I'm going to go Bijan, Henry, Moss, Lamb, DK, Downs.
Yeah. Same. All right. Now, we usually don't rewind unless we have to. I think this one's worth it because we're still moving forward. But Claudio forgot to mention this is a standard league. So does that change the answer?
Nah, because I don't really. I mean, I'll say this. I mean, you're going to play Charbonnet tonight, right? You're running back. I mean, am I playing Achane over those guys even in standard? I don't know. Maybe over Rice. Look, if Achane plays and it sounds like he's good to go, maybe I'll play him over Rice in a standard league.
Yeah, and I would say that this makes me far less interested in Pirine.
Yeah.
Makes me less interested in Charbonnet too. So I might just hold out for Achane in that case. And the receivers, Hollywood, and then flex, just, I guess, wait and see. Well, who knows? So, okay, so let's do this. So receiver would be Hollywood. I guess the running back still Charbonnet, and then the flex, HN if he plays, Rice if he doesn't.
That's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do.
All right. Rye Guy McFly.
All right.
Should I trade Kyler for Lamar?
I mean, you got to prefer Lamar to Kyler, right? Like, I definitely prefer Lamar to Kyler. So, yeah, if you can get Lamar, get Lamar.
Well, it is a tough schedule rest of the season for Baltimore. I'm still going to go Lamar over Kyler. Yeah. So, do that, Ray Guy. Ray Harcourt. Welcome back, Ray. Full PPR, Chase or Debo?
Got to go Debo. He's got Brock Purdy, the 49ers offense, Kyle Shanahan. Chase has Jake Browning. So, got to go Debo.
Yeah, Debo is in a pretty good spot. Not as much of a smash spot as it is for Ayuk. But, yeah, got to go Debo. Should be a high-scoring game. They're definitely going to get him a lot of touches. So, Debo it is. And then Tam Win. Full PPR, Chase, Evans, Tank, Puka, Etienne, Monty, Charbonnet, Connor, Hill, Kittle. Don't see a question, so I guess we'll pick our 2, 2, and 1 favorite.
Sure. Definitely Kittle at tight end. Gonna go Evans and Tank at wide receiver, Etienne and Monty at running back. Then I think I still got to flex Chase in full PPR. So I'm going Evans and Tank, Etienne and Monty, Chase at flex, Kittle at tight end.
Agree. Evans is the guy I like the best here. Evans and Tank, very solid. No worries about Tank. He's back at practice. Etienne, Monty. Got to start Kittle still. Yeah, so we don't know how many you need, guys. If you do, like your full lineup, that's fine. Just make sure you let us know how many of each PPR standard. That matters too. So, Flacco, PPR, 2 running backs and a flex. Gibbs, Kyron, Monty, Najee.
Man,
which line do you like better?
I mean, you can't bench Kyron right now. I mean, I know Najee could, but man, it's the Cardinals.
Oh, I'm fine flexing Najee out. But you got to pick a line.
In Saints, it's such a bad matchup. I guess I got to go Monty over Gibbs, although it's PPR. But I mean, we did see last week, Thanksgiving, Monty was more of the guy. Gibbs needs garbage time a little bit. I don't think we're going to get a lot of garbage time. So maybe Kyron, Monty, and Najee.
Yeah, you got to feel going against this New Orleans offense. They're not going to be running from behind. I just don't think they will be. I also feel it's going to be kind of a close game. So I feel more Monty than Gibbs this week. So I would go Kyron, Monty, Najee. I'm fine with that. Gabriel, Hemmer, Puka or DK? Is this like somebody like offering you, broccoli or kale? Is it that
pretty
bad?
much? It's like neither. Like, can I just go hungry? Can I just go hungry? I'll just go hungry tonight. I just won't eat tonight. I'll just go to bed hungry. It's fine.
Available. Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I think I'm going Puka, and I can't even give you a reason why. I'm just going Puka, and I don't know why.
And I was gonna say we can't even say, oh well, Kupp might miss. No, it looks like Kupp's playing, so not like a bigger. But I still think Puka gets a little bit bigger target share because the Seahawks have 3 receivers that kind of split the targets. Don't expect Tyler Higbee to do anything. It's Puka and Kupp, and that's it. So
right.
And look, Kupp might not be fully healthy just because he's out there. He was out there last week. All right, Puka it is. Trying to weave together like a compelling
argument. Yeah, that was good. That was better than me. That was better than mine.
Hive Salon, McLaurin or Cooks?
Yeah, this isn't the Commanders. This is the Seahawks. And even though they're not they do have Devin Witherspoon. They have a pretty good secondary. I don't expect this to be a big Brandon Cooks game. So I'm going to go Terry.
Yeah, just don't expect them to need Cooks as much. Not as good a spot. He's fine, but take a chance on McLaurin just having to get more targets. Yeah, do you like Howell enough this week?
Yep.
All right, what about Ray with another one? Ray Harcourt, that is. Lockett, D-Hop, or Cooks?
I'm going Lockett. He still has upside. He's had some nice games this year. They're probably going to have to throw the ball a lot. I'm going to go Lockett.
This is almost like another veggie platter, isn't it? These guys, I don't like any of these guys really either, but it's more palatable. Yeah, I would go Lockett here. Although it could be a sneaky D-Hop week, but I'll go Lockett still. Vegito, I think. VGEETO offered Jacoby Myers and Ramondre for Puka and Kincaid.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the video today. The running backs are the best playoff matchups, but Stevenson has a great playoff schedule.
Yep.
I mean, like if Stevenson's like your RB4, and you're like, hey, I need a wide receiver and I really need tight end. Okay, I'm okay with this because really, I mean, are we suddenly back on Jacoby Myers because he had that random nice game last week? Probably not. But I mean, I really don't want to be trading away Stevenson if I don't have to. But again, if he's like your RB4 and you're like, hey, I need a wide receiver 3-2 type and I need a tight end, then I guess it's okay.
Yeah, I would only do this if you're just really bad at tight end and Kincaid fills that hole and you don't need Ramondre. So it depends. But would rather not do this. But again, if it helps your roster, then that's fine. Ken Went in PPR needs 3: Bijan, Swift, Javonte, or Sharp.
I'm going Bijan, Swift, and Sharp. Javonte and Sharp feel very close to me, very similar to me. But we do see Pirine come in. We do see Pirine vulture touchdowns. Pirine plays a 2-minute drill. You don't have to worry about that with Charbonnet. So I'll give Charbonnet the slight edge. Bijan, Swift, and Charbonnet.
Agree. Not feeling Javonte this week. So Sharp, it'll give you a floor at least. He should be fine. All right. Still catching up. You guys are chatting faster than we can answer, and we do have to get there before kickoff, but let me do it quickly. Remind you, and those who are new, by the way, see a lot of new viewers. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you joining us. Try to help out as many people as possible. If you haven't tried Underdog, I should let you know that we are partnered with Underdog. If you haven't, well, sign up now. Just download the app, or you can click that link down below and use promo code ENDGAME because that gets you your deposit match 100%, dollar for dollar, up to $100. But also you get that new customer special. You still got time. Dak Prescott just getting 1 yard. That's it. Dak Prescott gets 1 yard. You go higher on that pick. You pair it with another pick, and you can triple your entry just like that. And you already doubled what was in your account just from signing up. So again, check it out if you haven't. It's easy, it's fun, and you can win money. All right. Let's get to Brian. What's up, Brian? With a super sticker. All right, pick one of these. Superflex 3 receiver PPR Dynasty startup. Would you rather have Terry, Godwin, Kirk, Deontay at wide receiver 4?
I think I gotta go
Charbonnet or Cook, or the 2024 2-2. Okay, so we're gonna pick one of these.
I think I want Kirk. It's a 3 wide receiver league. It's PPR. Kirk has Trevor Lawrence. I don't think people. I know that it feels hard not to pick Terry McLaurin, but I don't think people realize how old Terry McLaurin is. I mean, he's not old, but I think he's like 28 years old already. And has Terry? And at what point do we just say, okay, fine, he's never going to have an elite season? Like, probably not, right? He's never had an elite season for fantasy. It's probably not going to happen. Kirk's been very good. Kirk, I think, is what? Let me see. I think Kirk is like 26, 27, maybe 27. Let's see. So, Christian Kirk just turned 27. Yeah, Terry McLaurin is over 28. Yeah, I'm going Chris. He's got Trevor Lawrence. I'm going Christian Kirk. Although Deontay is interesting too.
Yeah, look, this is Dynasty. I'm either going with the youngest receiver since they're all close, like comparable, not any of the running backs, or the 2-2. If you're rebuilding, if it's a young team, I'm okay with the 2.2, but probably Kirk. MC, full PPR 1 tight end, Ferguson, Hill, or Muth.
Probably should be Freiermuth. The answer should probably be Freiermuth. Hill, if you want to shoot for the big game. But the answer should probably be Freiermuth.
Yeah, I'm okay going Freiermuth. All right, one defense. KC, Atlanta, or Miami is on waivers, or the Colts.
Man, hard not to say Miami against Sam Howell, but how do you not play Atlanta against the Jets? I think I got to go Atlanta against the Jets.
Yeah, you just can go with whoever's playing the Jets and you'll be fine.
As long as they're
especially sounds like
defense, right? Like as long as the defense they're playing against is halfway decent, you can start
them. Yeah, not even halfway.
Like I think Washington plays them in week 15. I don't think I'm playing the Washington defense that week.
That's like the one exception. Yeah, that's the one exception. But yeah, Atlanta's fine. Just go Atlanta here. Mixter needs a wide receiver flex tight end. Amari, Deontay, D-Hop, Berg, or Muth.
Deontay at wide receiver. I guess, you know what? I guess I'm saying D-Hop finally. D-Hop, you're my flex. I hate it, but you're my flex. And then Muth at tight end.
Yeah, because you just cannot start Amari. I go Muth over.
Flacco, Flacco might play. Are we in on Amari or no? Still not. No.
Let's see. It might take a while for all the rust to shake off of Joe Flacco's arm, so let's wait and see. Hive Salon. I think we did this. McLaurin or Cooks? It's non-PPR.
McLaurin. Not feeling a big Cooks game tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely McLaurin here. I don't think PPR non makes a big difference with these guys. What about SR? Half PPR, flex Taysom or Terry?
I mean, Terry is certainly the safer option here, but if you want to go for the, I guess, the boom, you can go with Taysom. But it's me, I'm putting Terry McLaurin in.
Some might consider him a boom. Some might not. I'm okay going with Terry in this case. Starting Waddle, Chase, Mostert, Chuba, Kittle. Have Aaron Jones, Gabe Davis is out, and Lockett's on the bench. Would you switch anything up there?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess you have to start Chuba because I don't see any other running backs.
Yeah, and Aaron Jones, he still has some practice. Who knows? Yep.
Yeah, okay. So we go Scary Terry. Trust Loke. Welcome back. Sharp, Godwin, Achan, pick 2, and then asking if you can drop Tajay for Hunt.
Nah. Well, picking 2, I'm going to go again. I guess you got to go Charbonnet and Godwin. Maybe, look, if Achan plays and he's good to go, I might play him over Godwin. But the problem is if you wait, like if you don't play Charbonnet tonight and you wait and they're like, we're going to give Achan another week, whoa, what are you going to do? You playing Tajay Spears? So I'll play Charbonnet tonight, and then I will say if Achan plays and it sounds like he's good to go, I'll play him over Godwin because I don't see a ceiling for Godwin.
Yeah.
And I'm not dropping Tajay Spears for Hunt. Like,
no.
What is the path for Hunt? At least Tajay Spears has a path if something bad happens.
Right. Don't need to pick up Hunt. Yeah, I guess just go ahead and start Charbonnet and Godwin. You can always switch HN out in the last second if you want to, but just go with those guys for now. Juice 420 says he's scraping the bottom of the barrel this week. Here's the proof. Guyton, Perry, or Dobbs. Start one.
Did we just gamble on Perry? Oh, man. But what if it sounds like Olave might be playing, so then that kind of kills him. Who the Chargers play this week?
The Patriots.
Maybe Guyton.
Yeah, maybe Guyton. I think honestly, I can't start Perry. I know I talked about him 2 weeks ago, and then they didn't use him, and now Olave's back. It's like, no, I'd just go Guyton.
Yeah, maybe Guyton.
All right, the Madcapper. Full PPR, half point per carry, and super flex.
All right.
Pick 1 wide receiver and 3 running backs. Kupp, Puka, Olave.
Well, it's definitely Olave if he plays. If not, then I'll go Puka.
Agreed. White, Pacheco, Moss, Kyron, Warren, Connor.
All right, well, we got to remember you get half a point per carry. So you want guys that we know are going to get a lot of carries. So that's Moss, that's Kyron, and it's probably White. I mean, I think Pacheco will get a decent amount of carries, but I like those guys more anyways. Warren in half point per carry, that kind of hurts him because we know him and Najee are going to split the carries. White going to get 15 to 20 carries probably. Moss going to get 15 to 20. Kyron going to get 15. I'm going White, Moss, and Kyron.
Yeah, exactly. I like Pacheco, but not going to get as many guaranteed touches as those guys. And now here's the question. Would you pick another running back or Minshew or Kyler?
Nah, if I got Kyler, he's in my super flex for sure. Kyler in my super flex for sure.
Yeah, if your choices are like Tommy DeVito or, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, okay, maybe, but Kyler is fine. Sin City Batman. Warren or Charbonnet?
Got to be Warren against the Cardinals. Give me any running back who's getting decent amount of touches against the Cardinals. Warren.
Yeah, definitely Warren here. You can sit Charbonnet. And then what about Baker or Jordan Love?
That one's close. Because Baker has a good matchup at home. Love not so good of a matchup at home, but Love's been better recently. Oh, this one is close for me.
I know.
Might have to go Love. He's been better. He's been better lately. He's been playing well. I might have to give Love the slight edge.
Yeah, I'm okay with Love. I know Baker has the better matchup. But remember, the matchup also, Carolina has been so bad against the run. Sometimes they just don't get the chance to be bad against the pass because they're too busy giving up big runs. So, yeah, I'll go Jordan Love. Look, Jordan Love might have to pass the ball a lot, keep up with Casey. Pierre DeCoste, welcome. Pick 1 PPR, Gary Wilson, Connor, Brandon Cooks, or Ferguson.
All right, well, here I'm going to go with the Jet, Garrett Wilson. I mean, not feeling Connor, not feeling Cooks. Ferguson, like, okay as a tight end, but I don't really want to flex Ferguson. Garrett Wilson at least gets the targets. He at least has a floor. Give me Garrett Wilson.
A couple days ago, I might have said Connor barely, but now digging into it a little bit more, you're right. Connor hasn't seen nearly as much work. I'm a little worried there. It's not a great spot, really. Pittsburgh is not a great run defense, but on the road, they have been better. Yeah, just go Garrett Wilson. Hope for the big play. All right, Davin Sorrow. PPR, 2 running backs and 1 flex. Henry, B-Rob, Sharp, Monty, Dortch.
I'm going Henry, Monty, and Brian Robinson. The only way I would maybe put Dortch over, but even then, I don't think so. I'm going Henry, Monty, Brian Robinson.
Yeah, with these guys, I'm not considering Dortch. Henry for sure, Monty, Robinson. Yeah, I'm going to put Charbonnet last. So don't start Charbonnet. Don't worry about Dortch. CL Sports Cards, Rice or Charbonnet? Full PPR.
Rice. Yeah, in full PPR. Even in standard, I might go Rice. He's got touchdown upside, but in full PPR, definitely Rice. Definitely Rice.
In this case, it's not Charbonnet. So CL Sports Cards, go Rice. And then Jeff Scott, drop the chat. Let's see where the question is. Just a reminder, guys, if you did drop a super chat anytime in the last 40 minutes, we'll get there. We're getting there. It's a busy night. There it is. All right, Jeff Scott wants to know PPR, Brandon Cooks, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, or Curtis Samuel?
Man. I'm going to go Jaden Reed. I know Watson is probably tempting, but I just like Reed better. If for some reason Reed doesn't play, then yeah, I'll play Christian Watson.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to watch the injury report here. Apparently, Reed has missed 2 practices. If he's listed questionable officially, I'm just going to go with Watson. Because obviously him being out, that would help Watson anyways. So there you go. LeBron has blessed us with his presence. LeBron James. The number 2 greatest basketball player of all time. I'm going to get that.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Well, PR start to Charbonnet, Marquise Brown, Mostert, and Mixon. 2 of these guys.
Hollywood or Marquise Brown and Mostert. Both in good spots. Both kaboom. Not starting Mixon. Charbonnet, if you need him, sure. But Mostert should be good. Hollywood should be good. Those are my 2.
Yeah, easily Mostert and Brown here. Which, by the way, side fact, since I, of course, had to look it up, point per first down leagues. So you might have guessed the number 1 running back in terms of first downs is Christian McCaffrey. Number 2, Raheem Mostert.
All right.
Who would have thought? Boone. Who would you start, Watson or Dobbs?
Watson. Dobbs has no ceiling. Give me Watson.
Yeah, between Watson and Reed, it's close because Reed has been used, getting touches, not just targets, but also some carries, getting used in the end zone. Dobbs is like, oh, wait, we're near the goal line. Let's see if Dobbs can catch it, and that's it.
Right, that's it.
Russell Koenigs, which is weird because Dobbs was like a deep threat when he was in college, and now he's just like a red zone guy. I don't know. Tough one. Terry or Kirk?
I'm still going Kirk. This could be a sneaky good Kirk game because since he has good outside corners, they give up a lot over the middle, tight ends. I think we might see a good Kirk game out of the slot. So I'm going Kirk.
Yeah, I will definitely feel better about Kirk here. Terry, I don't really feel great about. I know the matchup could favor him. Actually, I shouldn't say the matchup. I think game script could work his way when they pass the ball a ton, but you never know with Washington. Like, you just don't. So Kirk it is. And then Arturo 74. I think I figured that out. Thielen or Metcalf?
I'll just gamble on Thielen. It's a great matchup against the Bucs. Look, maybe they are going away from him. Maybe they're like, okay, why do we have this old guy out here running around? But I gotta at least trust him this week against the Bucs. If he bombs this week, then yeah, I'm done. I'm never saying yes to Thielen again.
Yeah, this might be it. This week, I think you still go Thielen's matchup. Very clear difference here. And then Swifty Need a flex and standard. Kupp, Charbonnet, or Achane?
Here, I might just risk it with Achane. And then if he doesn't play, just reluctantly play Kupp, even though it's standard, which is like brutal. Yeah, this might be a time since you have Kupp and at least Kupp. I guess he's okay. I guess I might risk it and wait for Achane, and if not, just reluctantly put Kupp in and hope for the best.
Yeah, non PPR that does, hurt Charbonnet and helps Achane. So wait for Achane in this case. I think that's fine. Okay, Eric. Thanks for all the advice this year. Of course, not done yet. Final roster, rest of the season: Howell or Love, Pacheco, Stevenson, Jacobs, CD, Puka, Kelsey, Cowboys D, and kicker. On the bench: Herbert, Mitchell, T, and Sutton. Well, what do you think?
I don't know if I can bench Herbert for Howell.
I don't know. Is it Khalil Herbert?
Oh, maybe it is because you save Howell Love. Okay, all right. Well, I'm going Howell this week. I just feel like he has more upside. I mean, are we just rating this? Because, I mean, obviously you're not playing Jacobs this week.
Yeah, there's not much to do as far as the bench because
you can't play Mitchell.
Sutton is the only one that you could play that's on the bench. But would you go Sutton over Puka?
I don't know.
I might go Sutton over Puka. And then Howell or Love. Howell, right? We say Howell.
I'm going Howell. I just think this could be a big Howell week. This might be the last big Howell week of the year, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if it's me, I'm fine with Sutton. I'll go Sutton over Puka, but other than that, you're good. So yeah. All right. Think you're good. Think you're good heading into the postseason. You got some studs on your team. Hope CD keeps rolling. All right, Russell with another. Russell Koenigs. 1 receiver, 1 running back, 1 flex. Ramondre, Kirk, Terry, Kupp, Charbonnet, Pollard needs to win at 6-6.
I'm going Pollard at running back, Kirk at wide receiver, Ramondre at flex, and I actually feel good. Feel good about all 3 of those guys. I like all 3 of them this week. So, yeah, Pollard, Kirk, and Ramondre, and I'm feeling good about that.
Yeah, in this case, Charbonnet doesn't make the cut. We know we don't want to start Kupp, so Ramondre, Kirk, Pollard it is. And then the Rico guy, once again, renewed the membership. Appreciate you, Phil. And then Cinco 2 times. Full PPR, Charbonnet or Warren?
Warren, definitely. Again, it's Cardinals. Any running back getting a decent amount of touches against the Cardinals, we're starting. Give me Warren.
Yeah, this one I can definitely say Warren over Charbonnet as well. Gerald Alvarado, Kyler, Minshew, Howell, or Russ?
Howell is your ceiling play. Kyler is your safe, should be good enough. Kyler should be fine this week, right? Kyler should not kill you. He should give you 18 to 20-ish points in your standard scoring league. But Howell could have a big week. So if you want to shoot for that upside, you go for Howell. If you're like, hey, I just want my good QB game, you go Kyler.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not a slam dunk, right? Howell could just do what he's done the last 2 weeks, basically, and not throw touchdowns and look bad. But I think this matchup, he'll be better. He's been pretty good this year. So I would go Howell. But again, I get it. I just don't feel a good Kyler week on the road against Pittsburgh. But, there's definitely some risk with Howell. So take it as you feel you need to. Of course, I'll talk about slam dunks. Taysom Hill, tight end 1. Yes, Chris, yes. No? Okay.
We'll see.
All right, what about 808 Mike? Aloha. Mahomes or Kyler? B-Rob, Connor, Puka, Rice, McBride is questionable, or Everett. Flex Moss or start Moss and B-Rob or Connor and flex Josh Downs. I'm confused. Okay.
Mahomes over Kyler.
Yes.
McBride over Everett. B-Rob, Connor. Moss over Connor for sure. So B-Rob, Moss, Puka Rice, Downs.
Flex.
Start Moss and B-Rob. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're going to... Okay, yes, I'm going to... Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go Mahomes, B-Rob and Moss, Puka Rice, McBride, and then Flex Downs. Yes. That's what
Flex Downs. Okay, so you're sitting Connor basically is the short of it. Yeah, Flex Downs. Your running backs are B-Rob and Moss. All right, there we go. Figured it out. Next super chat is Max Liebel. Start Charbonnet tonight or Javonte Williams?
Yeah, just give me Charbonnet tonight.
Yeah, in this case, you can go Charb. 95 got offered Stevenson for Brees.
Yeah, give me Stevenson. He's been just as good or better than Brees. He's healthy. He's got a fantastic playoff schedule. Give me Stevenson.
Yeah, definitely Stevenson at this point. Jets. Yeah. All right. Rusty Shackelford said Moss was dropped.
What? Why is Moss? Why now? Why now? Good luck. Good luck, but why now? Why now?
Yeah.
Like Moss.
I make it make sense.
Like Moss has been droppable for like 2 or 3 weeks because it's been all JT. And then the week JT has surgery, the guy's like, nah, I don't want Moss anymore.
All right. Yeah, good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. I don't know. I mean, if someone dropped him, maybe the other people aren't paying attention. I don't know. Shady Haddad. Pick 2. Kupp, Chase, Henry, Brees.
Henry for sure. Brees, Chase, Brees, Chase. They both need like a big play, right? They both need a big play.
Yeah.
But you know what? Brees gets the carries. He gets the dump offs. He'll have more chances for a big play. Like Chase might only get 4 or 5 catches, and you got to hope one of them is a big play. At least Brees gets, 15 carries and 6 or 7 dump offs. He can turn one of them into a big play. So I'm going to go Henry and Brees.
I was going to say Chase. And you know what? Surprisingly, the Falcons have been really tough against running backs, which you wouldn't think. But I don't know, man. I'm worried about Brees. I mean, I'm worried about Chase too. So we got to move on. I would go Henry, Chase. I'm okay, Henry, Brees. It's up to you. Shady, we also don't know if this is PPR or not. That might matter. So if it's non-PPR, I might just go Brees anyways. Harry Taylor. Full PPR have Wilson at RB2 or could go Downs or Rice.
I don't understand. You have Wilson at, you mean Garrett Wilson at wide receiver 2?
I'm guessing he means wide receiver 2. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I would go Downs. I would go Downs personally.
Yeah, it can't be Jeff Wilson because that wouldn't make sense. Yeah. Okay, so if you're looking for a receiver who could replace Wilson, yeah, Downs I think would be it. All right, Max with another one. Max Liebel. Perry or JSN?
Just go JSN tonight. I can't risk it with Perry. Who knows what he's going to do?
Yeah. Like I said, Perry is kind of a watch and see because really he should have got more run last week and he just didn't. So who knows with this New Orleans offense too? They've been very inconsistent. But I have a feeling it's just going to be like more Taysom Hill, more Jamal Williams. It's not going to be like the young players. And I think you got to go JSN. You can't love him, but I definitely would play him over Perry. Harry Taylor with another full PPR. Bijan, Moss, Kamara, White, Williams. White needs 3.
Oh, man.
I feel like this is a lot like one we already had 2.
Bijan, Kyron, and White. But, I mean, man, having to bench Moss and Kamara, that's pretty rough. But it's full PPR. You can't bench Kyron after last week. You can't really bench Bijan. You can't bench White against the Panthers. Bijan, Williams, and White, good luck. You might have a lot of points on your bench.
Yeah, I agree. You have to start those guys. Bijan for sure, White and Williams. Those are your 3. All of a sudden. Needs to pick 2. Kirk, Brown, Puka, Sharp, Achan is PPR.
Kirk and Hollywood in PPR, definitely. Kirk and Hollywood. If for some reason Hollywood's out and Achan plays, Achan. If Hollywood's out, Achan's out, I guess Puka. But Kirk and Hollywood.
There you go. At least you have options, but not Charbonnet here. Ricardo Andrade. Welcome back, Ricardo. PPR flex Ford, Charbonnet.
Cabernet.
Or pick up Watson, Pickens, Deontay, Dobbs, Samuel.
I mean, yeah, pick up Deontay. Pick up Pickens. Pick up Watson. Pick up all these guys. It's PPR. Give me Deontay. Deontay and PPR. I'm going Deontay.
Yeah, if it's a PPR flex, I don't want it to be Ford this week. And I would do any of those. Either Deontay or Watson, I would do either of those. So, yeah, it should be Deontay. I keep saying that. It should be Deontay. Browns or Miami defense.
I think it's got to be Miami this week against Commanders, Sam Howell.
Yeah. Jason Priddle, pick an RB2 and a flex. Got Sharps, Singletary, Nico. Already has 2 Texans, but I think you still got to go Nico, don't you? Well, you got 2 Texans here anyways. You get Singletary and Nico. Just go all Texans.
Oh, man. I mean, but I would play Singletary over Charbonnet, and I would play Nico at flex. But, man, 4 Texans? Oof.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm almost going to say Charbonnet just so that you don't have all Texans. Because I want to start Nico at the flex. I don't know. Is that what you do? Charbonnet and Nico? Just,
I guess. Just so you don't have too many Texans. Sure.
This is it. Nobody else you can flex. I mean, look, I love the Texans offense, but Denver's been a lot better on defense lately, and they have not given up big games to receivers. So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just go Charbonnet tonight so you're not all in on the Texans.
Yeah, I think so. Arvin is hesitant to play Sharps. I get that. Have Connor RB1 and Warren RB2, and got Achan and Ford or Jaden Reed at the flex. All right, let's switch this up.
Well, I would play Sharp over Connor. Talked about that tonight. And if Achan doesn't play, I'll go Jaden Reed at the flex and PPR over Ford.
Yeah, Ford is just not getting enough touches, too much uncertainty that offense, and not a great matchup. So you can hold out for Achan if you need to. Okay, got some betting advice in here. What is up, Young Money? See, it's because I mentioned the LeBron thing, and he kind of like was like, what?
This is gonna be a week everyday thing now.
I remember there was a guy in your streams during draft season kept comparing Quentin Johnson to Kevin White. That guy, like, who? Name names. Who is?
Yeah,
it?
name names. Come on, you got to call the guy out.
Yeah, look. Yeah, you have to at least wait till the season's over before you can call him a bust. But
well, not only that, you got to wait, I think, more than 1 year for to call it.
Well, yeah, he's pretty young.
Yeah,
but yeah, now one league where I do have Quentin Johnson in Dynasty. If anybody wants him, let me know. Rated our savior, Jason or Charbonnet? Definitely need somebody for tonight. Says it's Jason's homecoming.
All right, I didn't know that, but I'm still going, especially in half PPR. I'm going Charbonnet. I mean, what is the upside for JSN? Maybe he'll score. Maybe he'll outscore him. Not like I feel strongly about this, but I'm chasing the touches with Charbonnet.
Yeah, I don't have a feeling they're gonna like force feed targets to JSN. So I think in half you got to go Charbonnet too. Just he's getting touches. He might wind up getting as many receptions as Jackson Smith and Jigba, honestly. Joe traded for Keenan Allen right before the deadline, gave up Ayuk and Flowers. What do you think?
I mean, look, the way Keenan's going right now, and no chance that they're going to get another receiver to take catches from him. I think this is a win for you.
I mean, Ayuk's been great, but Allen has been greater, so I think it's fine if Flowers was not starting for you. I think it's good. Matt DeCaro. Thank you, Matt. Kupp or Ferguson? He's
Okay,
first seed on the line. How low are you in Kupp? How low?
I can't be this low on Kupp. It's got to be Kupp. I mean, come on.
It's got to be Kupp.
Yeah.
Look, maybe Ferguson scores, right? Maybe
Kupp scores.
Maybe Kupp scores too.
Exactly. I can't Kupp.
There might be some tight end I might consider flexing over Kupp this week, but I don't think Ferguson is it. No. All right, so go for Kupp. Good luck, Matt. Jesus Sanchez. In full PPR flex, Charbonnet downs, Deontay, B-Rob, D-Hop, or Aaron Jones probably not playing. Just pick one.
I mean, it should be Deontay, but it might not be Deontay. Just give me downs. 13 targets last week. Another good matchup. It's PPR. Give me downs. I'm going downs.
Yeah, here's another one where it's not Charbonnet. Yeah, I don't feel confident enough in B-Rob to go with him. Sometimes I might. Yeah, I don't think this is like D-Hop. I don't hate D. Maybe D-Hop, but no, I'll go downs. Go downs. Not with this group. Kenny Chapp, JSN or Dotson?
I'm going to go Dotson. I just think he has more potential upside. They both have terrible floors, but Dotson I think has more upside in a game where the Commanders may have to throw a lot. So give me Dotson.
Right. This why I'm feeling good. Could be a big Hal week. And one thing with both these teams, they run a lot of plays on offense. So there should be a lot of points on the board on both sides.
Yeah.
Go Dotson. Risky, of course, but JSN, what's the ceiling? Here's one for tonight. Antoine, Ferguson or Pat? Assume you're talking about Freiermuth.
Yeah, I think you got to go Freiermuth over Ferguson. Not feeling it. Maybe Ferguson scores, but I'm not feeling a big Ferguson game tonight.
Right. Yeah, not feeling it. So Pat, it is Carl V. Geno or Stafford for Superflex. Yikes, it is, but you got to pick one.
I think you got to go Geno.
Yeah.
Stafford against the Browns? No thanks. I'll go Geno. Don't love him, but I think I got to go Geno.
Yeah. The matchup is brutal for both these guys. But I have much more concern about Stafford against Cleveland than I do with Geno. So, yeah, if it's me, I would go Geno. Bobby Brook, what is up? Hello from England. Needs 2 receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, and a defense. Bijan Swift, Rashad White, and, of course, Aaron Jones. And Dylan. Love the commitment. Keenan Allen, Christian Watson, Hollywood, Pickens, London, McBride, Chiefs against his Packers. And, of course, his quarterback is Jordan Love. All right. Let's start with running backs.
Bijan and Rashad White are my running backs. Keenan and Hollywood are my wide receivers. I'm flexing Swift. Yep, I'm flexing Swift. Chargers get
the Patriots. I'll go with the Chargers.
You got to go Chargers against Bailey Zappi. You got to go Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rarely will you want the Chargers defense, but this week you do. So, yeah, Bijan and White, Allen and Hollywood. Definitely go Chargers. And then the flex, who do we say it? Flex?
I said Swift.
Pickens,
yeah. London, Watson. I'm going Swift.
I mean, if you really want to put a Packer in there, you could go Watson, but I think the smart move is Swift. Jedi Cough, the Muth, or Ferguson?
Got this question a lot. I think you got to prefer Muth.
Yeah, I think so. And then Julio. Do you really think Hollywood has a better rest of the season schedule than Sutton?
I haven't looked at. Let me see.
Well, I know he doesn't next week.
The wide receiver.
Arizona's off next week.
So Sutton gets Lions, which is pretty good now. Patriots is okay, and then Chargers, that's pretty good. So he's got a good schedule for sure. Cardinals get. Why didn't it show me? Okay, hold on. Cardinals get 49ers, which isn't terrible, but then he gets Bears and Eagles. I mean, maybe Sutton's slight edge. Maybe Sutton has a slight edge.
Yeah, a slight edge, but I think of this differently. I think of this more in terms of floor ceiling. Sutton has the floor, Hollywood has the ceiling. So in your league, if I remember, is he in like a 10-team league? I could be wrong.
I think so.
Yeah. I think I would prefer Hollywood right now. All right, we got a couple minutes. Kickoff is coming. Last minute questions. If you have something you definitely need answered for tonight, here's your chance. Got a Seahawks question or a Dallas question. Jeremy Lopez, Taysom, or the Muth, aka Fryer.
I mean, Muth is safer. He's like your smarter play. Like, okay, but Taysom is the upside play. So if it's me, I'm probably putting Freiermuth in. But if you want to shoot for the boom, go for Taysom.
Right. No, I say Taysom is a potential boom, but that doesn't mean he's a must start. So if you got Muth, I'm okay with Muth. Also need 2 of 3, Rice, Wilson, and Hollywood.
Nah, not Wilson. I like Hollywood this week. I like Rice this week. You don't need to put a Jet in your lineup in this case. Not Wilson.
Right. Rice and Hollywood. Yeah, it's okay. We got it. He put guy. He meant guys. Got it. You got to type fast here. What about this one? JB Hoopin, Amari or JSN at the flex?
Just give me JSN tonight. Maybe he scored.
Yeah. You just can't start Amari, unfortunately. And the rib injury, just like to add injury to insult. And then Phil, the Rico guy, is Hunter Henry worth the start?
Revenge game? No. With Bailey Zappi? No way.
Nah, even if Damari Douglas plays and is clear, I'm not considering him even in desperation. Like, no, Ramondre is the only Patriot you can think about thinking about. And then Luke Graves with a super sticker. Half PPR needs a flex. DK, Nakua, Singletary, or Javonte.
Oh, okay. Here you actually, you know what? No, I'm going Puka. Over DK. And again, didn't we have this? And I said I don't really have a good reason why. I just am.
Yeah, pretty much. It's either DK or Puka. Yeah, I'm fine going Puka too.
Yeah, I'm just going Puka.
All right. What about? Would you prefer Kraft to Hunter Henry? Yes.
Yes. For almost anybody to Hunter Henry. I mean, it's literally like he has to score, and it's probably going to be the only touchdown the Patriots even come close to scoring. So you're like, it has to be my guy. My guy has to be the one that scores if they even score.
Exactly. And look, Kraft actually did score a touchdown last week, but Musgrave Al, I don't hate Kraft as a desperation streamer, so I do hate Hunter Henry as a desperation streamer. Okay, well, what about Kraft or Ferg?
No, here I'm going Ferguson. He's on the Cowboys. They're at home. If somebody's going to score, it's going to be Ferguson. Give me Ferguson.
Yeah, in this case, definitely Ferguson. Ryan James, JSN, or Olave, you could just hold out for Olave.
Yeah, because even if Olave doesn't play, I mean, you could find like a JSN type on your waiver wire probably.
Exactly. You should be able to get somebody who will match his upside. And then OJ Kaminsky have 2 flex spots, wide receiver, tight end, running back. Okay, so we need 2 of these guys.
Need 2 of these guys?
Ooh, 2. I'm pretty sure he meant 2, like the number. I have 2 flex spots. I just said I don't even want to start Douglas, so.
Reed is the one I feel the best about. I might flex McBride in this case. I don't really love it, but he's been okay. It's another. Who do they play? Steelers. It's a good matchup. Quan Alexander out, so
it is.
Reed and McBride.
Yeah, I've been saying. I said last week, and I think I might put that to the test rest of the season. Stream tight ends against the Steelers. Yeah, in this case, Reed and McBride. If Reed doesn't play, then you can always pivot to, I guess, Mixon. Joshua, did you drop a super chat? If so, I didn't see it. Apologies. Thought we got to them all. Anybody we might have missed, let us know. Got about 2 minutes, I think, till the game starts.
Joshua, let me see.
Joshua Rogers. He said pass over a super chat.
Did we miss this one? Okay. Charbonnet over Ford. Yeah, Charbonnet over Ford.
Yeah, if you're saying you're playing Jason already, I mean, that's not ideal, but I don't think that makes me want to start Ford. So keep Charbonnet in there. Don't know who else you have at receiver. Nobody else you can play over Jason, but
yeah.
Okay, sorry, Joshua. That's my bad. Missed you. Yeah, go Charbonnet over Ford. All right, last chance here. Anything else? Because football is about to start. Dobbs. Would you play Dobbs over Jason?
Nah, let's go JSN.
Yeah.
Same guy, basically.
Yeah. Don't love it, but we'll see. See if Seattle shows up. Who knows? All right. I think we're good because Thursday night lineups are going to be set. Don't worry. We'll be back with more to help you guys out. Join us Saturday for the big stream. Starts it, all the injury updates and everything. And I believe tomorrow we're still planning on getting on here again. So we'll see you guys. If you haven't already, of course, hit subscribe, hit the little notification bell so that way you know when we do go live, you'll immediately get that. And then you can hang out here with us. We'll try to help you guys get to the playoffs and then win through the playoffs. We want to see a lot of championships here. So there we go. We'll see you guys next time.